quite frankly, it's dangerous.
As the editor-in-chief of McMaster University's newspaper, Andrew Marzowski has covered the ins and outs of campus life for years. But his university's decision not to require COVID-19 vaccinations for students this fall left him stunned.
In order to have that in-person education, you need to feel safe. How can you be putting all your focus on learning when you're worried about if the person next to you is going to give you COVID?
The University of Calgary has made the same call.
They're not making them mandatory, and we know that that decision is really aligned with the provincial health authorities that have stated that they're not doing so.
Hundreds of American colleges and universities will require students to be fully vaccinated, but only a handful of Canadian post-secondary institutions are doing the same, including the University of Toronto, Ryerson and Western, and only for students living in residence. At Western University, this bioethicist says that strikes a good balance between public health and individual rights.
So the mandate really is saying if you are wanting to live in residence at university this coming fall, this is a condition that you need to meet in order to do so. If you are unwilling to meet that condition, you are still absolutely welcome to go to the school, receive your education. You just need to find housing elsewhere.
But this infectious diseases specialist says the vaccination should absolutely be mandated, and he doesn't think limiting it to students living in residence goes far enough.
It doesn't really have an impact on a larger scale level because most students don't live in dorms, and I'm almost sure that most faculty don't live in dorms. And so it's a bit of a facade, frankly.
He says new variants could bring outbreaks on campus that can quickly spread into the community, a scenario everyone wants to avoid, which is why many post-secondary institutions are still struggling with their vaccination decision. Sumanac-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.